Let's compute. All right, good morning, everybody. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about AI, which is artificial intelligence. And first of all, a disclaimer, I know very little about AI. In fact, I'm not actually very tech savvy. I tend to shy away from technology. I'm not the first adopter of technology. I usually am in the second or third round of people who hop onto technology. And whatever I'm going to share with you today is something that I've only learned in the last week. And I've only practiced it just a little bit. So my knowledge of AI is very fresh and very little, but I figured that whatever little I know, there might be someone who knows less than me. And so I want to share that with you guys today. So two things that we're going to talk about today, and there's a lot to talk about AI, and AI is really going to transform our lives exponentially. I mean, we have no idea. I have no idea. We have no idea how life is going to be different in terms of what AI will do to our lives in the next 5 years, 10 years, 50 years, even in the next 1 year, life is going to be affected. In fact, it has already started to get affected in a huge way. So computers are starting to now think, and computers are starting to think based on what has been given to it. So all of this data and all of these activities that we've been doing, now the computer can put pieces together. There are websites for this, and there are also apps on your phone for this. Today, we're going to focus on two websites, and our focus is going to be primarily real estate related, but you have so much you could do with this. So let's go ahead and get started with one website is called reimaginehome.ai. And then the other one is ChatGPT. Or the website is chat.openai.com. This is Google's website, ChatGPT, and this I'm not sure who it's owned by, but those are the two websites we're going to focus on today. The ChatGPT, we're going to use it for word purposes, meaning creating words, essays, and writings, and content, and so forth. And the Reimagine Home, we're going to use that to kind of alter some photos that we may already have. All right. Now, there's so much more than just creating some content for social media or creating some content for a brochure. You can actually feed area home sales to to AI, and I don't know how. We will go over that in future sessions, but you can actually feed area home sales data and then tell AI to say, hey, give me the valuation of this property, of my property, based on the area sales. My seller wants to put this house in the market, and I want to find out the value of this house. Here's some data from around the neighborhood. Now tell me what this house is worth. All right, but that's later. For today, let's focus on how we can use this chat.openai.com by Google to create some content. All right, and if you guys think of any questions, Ivy Gurley, definitely hop on. So we're here in chat.openai.com. It says examples, explain quantum computing in simple terms. So you can tell AI, hey, explain me quantum computing and so forth. Ivy or Gurley, give me one food item in one recipe or one dish in the Philippines. Give me a name.
Adobo.
Adobo?
Yes.
Adobo?
Yes, ish.
Oh, that's a bottle of spice here in the U.S. Adobo is adobo is a spice. But okay, so I'm going to look. If you can see my screen, correct? So first, we're going to start with the non-real estate related stuff. I'm going to give you an example. Give me recipe for Filipino dish adobo, right?
That's right.
Press enter. And let's see 2 pounds of chicken.
There.
Okay, so hold on a second. We have to scroll up back to where it started from. It says 2 pounds of chicken pork, half a cup of vinegar, soy sauce, 4 cloves of this, that, and the other, 3 bay leaves, 1 cup water, salt to taste. In a large bowl, combine the vinegar, soy sauce, minced meat, heat the cooking oil in a large skillet. Once the meat is brown, return all the pieces to the pot. After the meat is cooked, remove the lid and continue simmering for another 10 minutes to allow the sauce. Serve the adobo hot with steamed rice. You can garnish it with chopped green onions or cilantro for added freshness. Does that sound like adobo to you guys? Okay, so
Yes, Ish.
this is power of AI. This is
Wow.
artificial. This is a computer telling you how to make adobo based on what it has learned from us, by the way, meaning we have been feeding data from all over the world, and now it can answer that question. I will share one. So give me recipe for khichdi. Khichdi is an Indian dish. It's a yellow rice. Um, and this is how you make khichdi. You need these ingredients, right? And then it says rinse the rice in a pressure cooker or a large pot, heat the butter or oil, add chopped onions, add chopped tomato, add the drained rice to it, pour in 4 cups of water. Once the khichdi is cooked, let the pressure release naturally. If using pressure cooker, if using a pot, turn off the heat. Garnish the khichdi with freshly chopped cilantro leaves. Okay, so that's an example of how to make a food item or how to learn how to make a food item using AI. Now let's get a little bit more into real estate examples. So um, we have a seller. Let's imagine we have a seller who's looking to sell a house, but will also need to buy a condo or buy a smaller house. So we can ask AI, what is the process of selling my current house? And you can have spelling mistakes. I'm going to leave that current as a mistake. My current house and buying a smaller place. Press enter. Now imagine taking this content, remember it's giving you all this content, girly, Ivy. Imagine taking this content, putting it on a piece of Word doc, putting my logo, my little signature, and now we have a branded content made for me. And how much work did Girly or I have to do? Very little. We didn't have to write this.
Right.
Right? So it says, let's read to see if it makes sense. Determine your goals, clarify why you want to downsize and what you're looking for in a smaller home. Consider factors such as location, size, amenities, and budget. Evaluate your finances, assess your current financial situation, including the equity of your current home, savings, and affordability of a new property. Determine your budget. Engage a real estate agent. Find a reputable real estate agent who specializes in your area. They will assist you in selling your current house and guide you through the home buying process. Prepare your current house for sale. Declutter, depersonalize, and stage your home. Set an asking price. And by the way, Girly and Ivy, each one of these, especially Girly, each one of these can be a special or a separate AI article by itself. We can say, tell me about setting the right price. And AI will give us a whole page long answer about just that topic, which is how to set the right price of a house. Imagine creating this content maybe once a week and publishing this somewhere. And then we'll take this further. We'll look for opportunities, maybe turn this into a video and whatnot. So here is set Set a correct asking price. Work with your real estate professional to determine an appropriate listing price. Market your house. Negotiate offers. Okay? Accept an offer and proceed with the sale. Once you've accepted an offer, the buyer will conduct inspection, work with the agent. This is a professional. Search for a new house. Begin searching for a smaller place that meets your criteria. Make an offer on a new property. So it tells you a step-by-step process of how do I sell my house and move into a smaller one. Let's ask AI another question. How do I come up with a price for my house? How do I come up with a selling price for my house? Okay, and it's generating, there's a little arrow, you can scroll down below. And like I said, that even just that one bullet point now became a whole essay, right? So let's go up here. It says, determining the selling price for your house involves careful consideration of various factors. Research the local real estate market. Begin by researching your current market. Get a professional valuation. Engage a real estate professional, real estate appraiser. Consider market conditions. Evaluate the overall state of the real estate market. Assess your property's condition. Calculate your desired profit or net proceeds. Seek advice from a real estate agent. Price competitively. Keep in mind that setting a realistic and competitive selling price is crucial to attract potential buyers. Overpricing your house can deter buyers, blah, blah. Remember that pricing a house is both an art and a science. It's important to find a balance between the amount that you want and the price that aligns with the houses in the area. That's exactly the kind of stuff that I would write. But I didn't have to spend over an hour thinking of the right words and all of the details. AI did that for me within a second. What makes a good real estate agent? Okay, what makes a good real estate agent? Enter. And then let's scroll below. Several qualities contribute to making a good real estate agent: experience and expertise, communication, integrity and professionalism, negotiation skills, market knowledge and analysis, attention to detail, problem-solving abilities, network and resources, client focus, proactivity and responsiveness, right? Every Tuesday afternoon, we send our clients, our sellers, listing reports. That's being proactive. I respond to emails, text messages, and phone calls in a timely manner. That's responsiveness. Client focus. Everything should be focused on the client. Remember to conduct interviews, seek referrals, and research an agent's track record. That's why we have reviews on Google and Zillow and so forth. That's why we have past sales history. Choosing a good real estate agent can greatly influence your experience and success in buying or selling a property. Okay? Can you guys think of one question we can ask AI that is real estate related? Both of you, I'd like you to come up with a question. Don't worry about any specific, whatever you can think of.
I wonder if AI can do how do you call this? Sorry. Check on what could be the possible price we can sell the property for.
Yeah, that's what we talked about. That's what we talked about earlier, which is how do I evaluate? How do I put valuation of my listing of my property? It is possible. I just don't know how to use it right this moment. And what we have to do is we have to give it some data. Now, how do we give it some data? I'm not sure. But look, let's ask AI. First of all, let's ask AI. Can you give me market value for house located at 368 East 173rd Street, Bronx, New York? And it's going to say, I don't have information, right? So it's giving us a generic answer,
Okay.
which it says, I don't have access to real-time data or the ability to browse the internet. Therefore, I cannot provide you with more specific, but here to determine, it's recommended you consult with a real estate agent, blah, blah. Now, there is a way to, I don't know if it's because I need to upgrade to Plus, as you can see down below, and I will, when I determine the need for it. But there is, and when I learn how to do it, right now, I just don't know how to do that. And that could be a matter of watching a few videos, learning a few things and so forth to figure that out. But it is possible. So we will do that. And in fact, I'm going to try a more rudimentary way to do it right now in a minute. Ivy, what question would you come up with for AI?
Maybe how to be a good telemarketer, or I mean ISA agent.
Okay, yeah, what makes
Yes.
a great ISA? And we're not even gonna tell it what ISA is. Let's see if it figures that out. There we go. It figured out what an ISA is, right? And it's telling you,
Yes.
it's listing the
Ah,
qualities that make a great ISA, right? But Ivy, the usage for you here is you can take specific objections.
oh, yes.
You can give specific objections to the AI. Look here, it says excellent communication skills, active listening, persistence and resilience, not picking up
Yes.
organization and time management, product and
Product
market
and
knowledge,
management.
uh, empathy and relationship
Relationship
building,
building.
adaptability and continuous learning, teamwork, goal
Teamwork.
oriented, professionalism and
Professionalism.
integrity. Now let's take
Oh,
one. What impact is the increased interest rate having on the real estate? I'm not even going to correct this spelling mistake of real estate market. And I won't even correct the market or estate. Let AI figure out my mistakes. Okay, and it says I don't, so it doesn't have, by the way, so again, it's saying, hey, I don't really have real-time information. I don't know what's happening right now, but it's saying I can tell you this generically. It says I don't have access to real-time data, but I can give you some generic information. Mortgage has to be affordable, so higher interest rate means the mortgage is going to be higher. Buyer demand, higher interest rates can impact buyer demand by reducing the purchasing power. Price adjustments, reduce demand due to higher interest rates, maybe, all right, investor behavior, refinancing activity. All right, so that's that. Now, so that's another way to do that. How about seller says, how do I handle this objection from house seller? Seller says we will wait till spring time. I don't know if AI will figure this out. I think it did. Look, if you're in the process of, and by the way, the AI is not new. It's been in the works for many, many, many years, but now it's just coming to the front now, meaning to the general public. But it is just, we're just kind of at the beginning end of the AI. So that means as more people start to use it and as it gets more information, it's going to give more output as well. Okay? If you're in the process of purchasing a house and the seller wants to delay the transaction until springtime, here are some steps you can consider taking. Understand the seller's reason. Talk openly with this. So here, when I asked AI the question, AI thought I was asking it from a buyer's point of view, which is fine. It says if you're in the process of buying a house and the seller wants to delay, It didn't know and think that it's a real estate agent asking this question, maybe like an objection. So it says, talk openly with the seller and figure out what's going on. Assess your own situation. Find out, how quickly you need to move. Discuss alternatives and so forth, right? So maybe we can ask, if my seller client wants to wait till spring to list their house in the market, what do I say? So I got a little bit more specific this time and say, hey, I'm a real estate agent with this problem. What do I say? What do I do? Here it says, when your seller client expresses a desire to wait until spring to list their house in the market, understand their reasoning. Begin by emphatically understanding their motivations and wanting to wait until spring. Discuss market dynamics. Present data and analysis, right? Weigh the pros and cons, help your client evaluate the potential benefits and drawbacks of waiting until springtime, provide a comprehensive marketing plan. So let's ask another question. What time of the year do most houses get sold? Okay, it says, well, that's kind of generic, it depends on location, because what happens in California might be different than what happens in New York, or what happens in Florida, because Florida doesn't really have a snowy season, part of Florida, right? So it depends on location, but here's something that we can tell you generically. Weather and curb appeal. Spring and summer months are often the best weather months. School schedules, remember, families buy around school timing, vacation time, tax refunds, seasonal motivation. So as you can see, guys, AI is pretty on point with all the examinations that we've given it so far, and all the tests kind of we've given it so far, right? Any feedback or any questions so far, Ivy, Gurley?
I think, well, for objection handling, I think if we actually do that, that's gonna be like too long. I do see a video though about ChatGPT where you actually can adjust the AI's respond to something just brief or 1 to 2 sentences, something like that. I just forgot
Yeah.
where to actually go that.
Yeah, exactly. You're right on point, which is we don't have to use all of the words that they give us. It might be too long, especially if it's like a Facebook post or a LinkedIn post. It might be too wordy, so we don't have to use everything. We can kind of cut down and figure things out, what to keep. But at least I think it's easier to cut down things than rather to have to write something, especially for people who have struggled
Right.
with writing stuff.
Also, I tried asking ChatGPT, and when it gave me like a really AI answer, so I actually changed and then I type in ChatGPT, can you give me a more human answer? And then it actually rewrite its answer to something really
So
human,
let's
something like
so let's do that.
that.
So let's take this. We will take the same last one. Can you please rewrite the above answer shorter and more human? So we didn't even tell it what to write. We just said, hey, that thing that you just gave me, give it to me a little bit more human and short. And look, it did that. It took a much longer item. Look at this. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 paragraphs plus the beginning and the ending paragraph, 7 paragraph, and it turned it into one. Most houses tend to get sold during the spring and summer months. This is because the weather's better, homes look appealing, and families prefer to move during summer break. Additionally, people often, okay, so we get the idea, right? That's great. So this is, as you can see, it's very intelligent and it's kind of understanding what we're saying. How about we ask it for a script? Give me a script for an expired seller real estate listing. I don't know if it's gonna understand what I'm saying because I don't know. I didn't say like I'm a real estate agent, give me a script, whatever. But again, it's AI, and let's see. Hi, seller name. This is Ish, a real estate agent in your at eXp Realty. I noticed that your property, right? So as you can see, and I see Ivy laughing at how accurate it kind of is. I understand that selling a house can be a complex process and sometimes unexpected challenges occur. I'd like to offer you a fresh perspective, comprehensive marketing strategy, price analysis, open communication. So let's just say that's too long. Shorten it, please. And let's see if it understands what the heck I'm talking about. And it did. It says, and let's see if it actually makes it any shorter. It did make it shorter, right? Look at that. So that's really good. I was going to get some data really quickly, and I don't know if it's going to work, but I want us to take some data really quickly and give it to Chat GPT and see if it can use that data. Remember, when we ask it for a valuation of a house, it said, well, I don't have access to data. What happens if I give it the data and say, now give me valuation of a house with, with this, I don't know if it's going to understand really. I don't know if this is anything good. I don't know if it's going to make any sense to it because this is, in my opinion, if I just paste this here, this is kind of like gibberish. Give me a property valuation based on data below. I don't think it's going to work because my data is so screwed looking and it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it doesn't quite understand. And I don't blame it because my data is not in any columns or any rows. It's just a bunch of stuff. But again, I will have to figure out, we will have to figure out how to do that. And it might be maybe a different website, or maybe it's just based on upgrade to plus, whatnot. That's fine. But let's do one last thing, and then we will move to the Reimagine home.ai. The last thing I want to do is ask Google to ask GPT to write a home description. Give me a house listing description for a 2-family house in the Bronx, Webster Avenue and 173rd Street. One unit has 4 beds, 1 bath, living room, dining, um, fully renovated, ceiling fans, lots of natural light, new floors, new electric. Second unit is a fully renovated. And again, I'm writing sort of like a sentence, but you may not have to write sentence. You can just kind of like give it bullets. Second unit is fully renovated studio apartment. New kitchen, new bath, new recessed lighting, walk-in closet with additional space in the basement for home office or home gym, and access to a private backyard. Wilson, buses, DN4 train, and Metro North Center. Look, it says, welcome to the charming two-family house located near Webster Avenue, this, that, and the other. Now, this is, I mean, it's a little bit too much, it's a lot, there's bullets and there's so much going on. We can say condense the above. So it's understanding, it's trying to understand what am I saying? Because I could have said condense the above, I could have said shorten the above, I could have said that's too long. So it needs to understand what the heck I'm saying and then do all of that. And all of that happens within a few seconds. Discover this charming two-family house near Webster Avenue and 173rd Street in the Bronx. Unit 1 features 4 beds, 1 bath, a renovated interior with new floors and electric, walk-in closet, attic, home office, and a button. Like I didn't say interior, but it figured that out. It didn't say abundant natural light. I said lots of natural light. Unit 2 is fully renovated with a new kitchen, bath, recessed lighting, walk-in closet, basement space for a home office or gym, and access to private, close to transportation, bus, Metro North and amenities. Don't miss this. I didn't say anything about amenities, but it kind of just added that. How does it add that? It has all of these real estate listings in it that has been given to it. Right? Don't miss this opportunity for a modern home with rental income potential. Schedule a viewing today. So girly, that's your description really for the listing you're gonna put together. So I'm gonna put that in your chat.
All right.
So that there's your description. Can you use this? Meaning, so this should empower you guys to do your work even better or without having to
Yes.
waste it. Or you can do this, you can create this and then send it to me and say, Ish, let me know if this is acceptable or if you want to make any changes to this. Right, so this is really powerful. All right, let's take a few minutes now to go over how to use Reimagine Home.ai. So now we're switching gears. Instead of talking about word content, now we're going to talk about photo content. And the website, again, there's many websites for all of this stuff, and there's also apps for that. Certainly play around with it. I did download an app on my phone, and I told it to create this, and I told it to create that, and it was just magnificent how it created images for me. But you can, so let's go ahead and, so what we're gonna do is, it says start designing. So we're gonna go to start designing. And then it says upload a photo. So we're going to upload an image. All right. So let's take this photo. This is a house, as you guys know, that I'm buying soon, right? So let's go ahead and take this photo. And by the way, Ivy, you could do this for photos of houses that we are working on and so forth. You can also do this for houses of your own. You can say, here's my house right now. Reimagine it for me, So before you go and spend money on a particular couch, maybe you can just kind of figure it out. All right, so here, we've taken this one photo. Now, the limitation of this website is that it only does it with, give me one quick second, let's see, okay. The limitation of this particular technology and website is that it only works with a room with furniture. So you can't kind of use it with an empty room. But again, it's just this website. There might be, I'm sure there are others that do different things. So let's go ahead and say continue. It's uploading the image. Okay. And then it says, how do you want to design it, manually, or you want to be surprised? So let's just go with the surprise me for now and see what it does. Okay, so it's doing it, it's working, and these are not the houses that we were working on, but it just kind of shows us before and after. It replaces table with this, it replaces lamp with this. Okay, so now it's gotten some samples for us. Let's go ahead and take a look. This was the original. Okay, let's go to sample one. It changed the couch to a more modern one, or a little bit more. Yeah, it's a little bit more modern. What else got changed? Oh, the painting in the chandelier on the wall. The painting has turned into something a little bit more modern, and the chandelier's gone. And then what about these cubbies in the wall? And let's see what happens here. So the cubbies have turned into a little bit more, a little bit more modern looking. Let's go to this other one. Oh, so now they have a couch here. And in the last one, and they also seem to be doing something with the fireplace. If you keep an eye on the fireplace, as you can see, they added a little bit piece here to the fireplace. Let's go to the next image. And again, the fireplace is back to its original. The sofa is still the same as the last one. The painting on the top has changed. Like now, again, the chandelier is still gone. The cubbies in the wall are still different. And here's one more out. As you can see, the fireplace now has an added panel. And in fact, it even has more panel here, sort of like a little storage area. And then it did this with the furniture. It gave me a sofa here with a ottoman here, a round table here, and a one-person chair here. Oh, now we have a new painting this time, as you can see, right? So it did that. But now let's take a look at some of the options that we do actually have. So let's go back and we can actually say, no, you know what? I want to imagine this as a bedroom. I'm actually going to use this as a bedroom. So let's go ahead and say this will be my bedroom. And it says, what taste do you have? So you know what? I actually do like industrial, that metallic, the pipes and all that stuff. And then it says, any particular color preference? So we'll just stay with what they have. You know what? Let's get rid of the lime green and say purple. Okay, and then we're gonna say generate new. It's working, it's doing its thing, so it needs time. Okay, so this is the original, as you remember, and then now, look, it's turned into a bedroom now. And it's got, remember we asked for purple? It's got a little bit of purple going on. Here's another option where they actually have a bed here and they still gave me a sofa and the painting became a clock maybe. Here's another one and back to the original. Okay, so and let's go back to, and by the way, it has this watermark on it, Reimagine home.ai. But if you want it without the watermark, then you would have to buy credits. So the credits are, in my opinion, they're not very expensive. It's $1.90 per download. So per each image is going to cost you $1.90. That's if you're buying only 10. If you're buying 100, then it's going to cost you just 99 cents. Meaning for $99, if you give them $99 today, they're going to give you 100 downloads in the future, or whenever you want them. But if you don't want to spend $100, you can actually spend just $19 and get started with 10 downloads. So now I would be able to download this image without the watermarks, without their website name on it. All right. I had asked for industrial. I'm not sure if this is much industrial, but whatever. Let's see if we can try some other difference. Mid-century. Let's try mid-century, and then and as I had mentioned, this particular website only modifies the furniture. It doesn't do anything else. So here it gave us, again, still bedroom, but it gave us more of a mid-century, what we call here in the US, mid-century style of home furnishings. Look, the cubbies in the wall actually became mirrors. And then here you have a chair, here you have a bed, Here you have a bed with a bigger chair here. And the fireplace got expanded to look like maybe storage and so forth. Okay. All right. Questions, feedback? Any
So
observations? Anything you want to share?
yeah, I just wanted to know though, like if we go there and we um change the design or do that, there is a fee when we download it, or if we use
No,
the
there's no
the
fee to
photo.
download it. There's only a fee if you want to download it without the watermark,
Ah, okay.
without the
I see.
company's name printed across it.
Got it.
You know, it's like when you had your, I don't know if you had, but when you had your like graduation photos taken at school, they give you a sample with the name printed across it. And some people pay for it, and some people are like, no, I'll just take this free one. You know, so that's how it is. So here's another one. Here's a photo of a dining room, and let's try the advanced options this time. So I think I think the advanced option is basically this right here. So now it says, oh, you know what? What is it? Oh, there is. Look, I thought you could only do furnishing, but you could do architectural too. So wall, okay, earthy terracotta. Um, I want to do floor, but this time I want to do. Oh, this is really nice. Let's do marble flooring. Generate. See, it's a matter of discovering, right? I didn't even know that you could use this website for walls and floor and ceiling. I thought you can only do furniture, but obviously, you know, it takes time to discover. So here's the original with the hardwood floors. Here's what it would look like with marble flooring. Here's another one. Here's another one, right? Now we can go back and we can say white marble. And but can I also do can I also replace can I, like, will it allow me to, it seems like it'll allow me to do multiple things. So I'm gonna say, okay, get rid of the rustic furniture because the rustic furniture with marble flooring doesn't make any sense. So we're gonna take away this rustic furniture and we're gonna replace it with modern furniture. And we're gonna get rid of earthy greens. We're gonna put some red in there. Okay, and then we're gonna say generate. So we got red and gray and we got white marble going on. Okay, so I don't know how well no, you know what? It did the furniture, but it didn't do the floor. So maybe it can't do both at the same time. I don't know. So here is the original. Here is what it replaced with. More modern, as you can see, the chandelier has been changed, the furniture, the table, and also the additional piece of furniture in the back has changed. Okay, here's a little bit more red and gray. That piece of furniture is gone now, and it's replaced with something like a lamp. And here's another one. Um, I think it needs more work. I think it need. Oh, and then, oh, here's what you can do, by the way. So let's take this, and we can say redesign this image. So we'll take this and redesign this image, and this time we're gonna say, well, I like the furniture you gave me, but I don't like. Well, now I want to change the flooring, right? So we're gonna say floor marble, white marble. So now it's going to give us that furniture with the new furniture with new flooring. And look, you could even do outside. You could do landscaping. So here we go. It doesn't look like white marble to me, but it looks like the furniture is there now, and it looks like the marble is there, although the color might be a little bit off. All right, now we can say, well, redesign this image, right? So maybe a few turns back and forth, and we can end up with what we want. And maybe maybe a different version might have something different. So let's go to architectural. This time we're gonna say wall. We're gonna say mustard yellow. No, let's go with uh, uh, white. Um, white wallpaper with red flowers. I don't know. Let's see if it really understands what we want and gives us what we want. Okay, look at that. It gave us the flooring that we wanted. It gave us the furniture. Now we got that wallpaper. It didn't really quite get white wallpaper with red flowers or whatnot, but it's kind of getting in that direction, as you can see. Okay. And then what we can do is we can take one of these and then we can continue to redesign, and we can even say surprise me. So look, download watermark free, redesign this image, and we're gonna say this time, you know what, just surprise me. Give me 3 more options, but this time I'm gonna let you pick those changes. All right, and then we'll wrap up this meeting for today. So we have chat.openai, right? As one website, chat.openai.com, and then the other one is reimaginehome.ai. All right, so here's our original. Here is surprise number 1. The chandelier is different. The lamp is gone. There's some more flowers or dishes on the table. The table has changed. The table has become round. The chairs have changed. I would have loved to see those curtains gone. Here is option number 2. This is option number 1. This is option number 2 with a different chandelier, different chairs. And here's option number 3. Okay, so that, folks, is how you use AI to your advantage with my little bit of understanding so far of what AI is. All right, let me stop the recording.